We're gonna go to Hipner's and Rick Kemp's down there.
Yeah, check on my corn plot. I got the no-till strip till.
One of them. You give her good stuff, just not all the good stuff. Makes a happy wife. 2018 year in southern Indiana on the Kalb farm. You know, we had really good planting conditions. April 15th, and when we started rolling, April 30th, we started rolling. Corn went in the ground with really good conditions. The May come along, and we had 3/10 of an inch of rain in the month of May, which, you know, I'm sure it hurt a little bit on root development, but, you know, crop was still rolling pretty good. And then June hit us. We had about a 2 weeks stretch there where, I don't know, we had like 15 inches of rain there, spaced out, where we didn't have massive flooding, but we did have enough flooding where in our river bottoms where we cut our highest yields last year, it severely damaged them. So we know for our contest, we'll have to rely on the upper parts of the field that the backwater didn't sit on it for about 2 weeks there. So all in all, we've been hot. I mean, up till July probably 20th, we were running like 350 GDUs above from April 30th till that time. So not only does it put a stress on the crop, but as far as the nutrient level, I mean, it just compounds the problem of heat and then high humidity at night, you know, 83, 84, 85 degrees, what it cooled off at night. I'm afraid to say that Mother Nature with the temperature kind of took quite a bit off of our crop. And that is the problem that we have in southern Indiana. We don't run a pivot, so we can't cool our crop. We seen that last year. While we had good corn, really good corn was, we had such a cool August in grain fill. But all in all, tissue samples still, we've been able to maintain pretty good levels. I'm just kind of concerned on our grain depth. I don't think we're going to be near as heavy as what we were last year. You know, we're in a very critical time of grain fill. If we can pack our kernels on, I think we'll be okay for this year. You know, I'm not predicting no win or nothing, but I'm not quite as confident as what I was last year. So after May, we've been in pretty good shape. You know, crop as far as moisture, we've had plenty of moisture, but, you know, like I said, the heat, we seen that last year. I'd rather have cooler temperatures and be on the cooler side than have plenty of moisture and being too hot. You know, that corn plant has got to rest. About a month, we were racking 50 GDUs a day, 55 GDUs a day. I mean, that's pushing that crop along pretty quick, too fast. The secret, like David and Randy growing that corn, they get sunshine. If you can get sunshine during the day and able to cool that corn down to 65 degrees at night, I mean, that's a pretty good recipe to grow pretty good corn. Like I said, the problem is the 95, 96 degree temperatures during the day didn't bother me. It was the 82, 83, 84, 85 degrees at night that I ain't figured out a way to compensate the corn plant for that. And another problem with that, when you get high humidity, you know, you're not getting your nice, clear, bright sunlight. So I'm sure photosynthesis, sugars levels are down a little bit than what they should be. But, you know, not every year can be like last year, I guess, what we're saying. So I heard about Randy's challenge, and I hope he wasn't meaning me on that, but I kind of took it that he was meaning me, that if he beats us, shame on us, because he cleared out some ground there, and, you know, that was virgin dirt. From what I've seen on the ground that we've taken out of pasture or what have cleared, yeah, you can grow pretty good corn on that. The problem is out in the Midwest, there's not a whole lot of that dirt out there, and the reason why you can grow better corn on that is because you don't have all the leftover chemicals, pesticides. You don't have the disease pressures. You got organisms, microbiology that the fertilizers have not weakened, brought your levels down. So yeah, we see that too, where we take our pasture, some of our old hay ground or pasture ground that's been pasture for however many years, and go back in with corn, and yeah, we grow pretty good corn. But the problem is out in the Midwest, there's not a whole lot of that. Most acres around in the Midwest are farmed and have been farmed for a long time. So I think that's the big reason, is the microbiology is still, it's unhampered by the fertilizer salts or the carryover of our residual of our chemicals. I think it's just the huge benefit of the biological stuff that's going in the soil, what everybody is really trying to push right now. All the farmers, we realize that is important, but to get our levels back to where they were as in virgin dirt, it takes time. We had like a 70, 75 mile an hour wind that come through here right at basically tassel, the most vulnerable point of corn is in its life to green snapping. And I wouldn't be afraid to say that there's 10 to 15% green snap that we got here. So we kind of pulled the plug on pushing the yield here, because naturally we're limited. I mean, it's still gonna make good corn, but not near what it could have. That's the great thing about Y drops. We don't have to stick out all of our money up front, knowing that we can come back. We don't put all of our PK, nitrogen up front. We can come back, and the nice thing about it is, like in our river bottoms, because we do have a lot of flooding here and there, that it just buys us time. So if we do have a big flood or a green snap, we don't have all of our nitrogen down, all of our phosphorus or K or zinc or whatever we run through the Y drop. So it does suck that you have green snap, but at least we don't have all of our fertility down when something like this happens. So the good thing about this was we were able to pull the plug, and I think we have on here like 130, 140 pounds of N on this corn. So it ain't like a total disaster where we lose yield and lose all of our fertility, all the money that we stuck in it. So we can live with that.